Aloha everyone! Welcome sa day 3 dito sa Hawaii. So today maging really busy day kasi pupunta sa Kualoa Ranch sa kanilang full day tour. I-explore natin itong ranch through 3 different tours. Itong place ay private nature reserve covering thousands of acres of mountains, valleys at coastlines. Ang unang tour namin gagawin ay movie sites at ranch tour.
Like I said, my name is Brandon. I'll be your guys' driver and guide here for the next little bit. I promise nothing on the tour is going to be scary enough where you need to jump out or anything like that. But when we're unloading at our various stops, just make sure you guys are using the stairs there. Of course, careful, watch your step. Now, any of you guys on board ever been to Kualoa Ranch before? No, you guys have? Very nice. So welcome back, and then the rest of you guys, welcome for your first adventure here on property. And I know we have a mix today of people that are doing other tours, and then some of you guys are doing exclusively this one. Of course, this one does focus a lot more on the movie, all the Jurassic Park, Jurassic World stuff. But this property has been owned by the family that owns it for 176 years. So not as old as dinosaurs, but definitely older than the Jurassic books and movies, of course. Scenic little horseback rides, that's because this was an active cattle ranch. And still is. We'll probably find some cows. I mean, you certainly can smell them before you see them most of the time. So we do have about 600 total. The King Kamehameha III, and when you got friends in high places, you can get some good deals on land, right? So in total, all 4,000 acres purchased for a whopping not even 20 grand. So very good deal. Of course, it was all in the 1850s, so this was quite a while. Right as well, we do have our first of many Jurassic locations. This one from 2015's Jurassic World. This is a scene where you have the two brothers, Zach and Gray. They're driving away from the Indominus Rex. They approach a gate that's locked. Like I said, only a short portion of that movie was filmed right there, about 14 seconds or so. Of course, we'll see a mix of sites that are longer scenes, shorter scenes. Some of them have more CGI, some of them are more practical effects. We'll be seeing this. In fact, Kualoa Ranch was a military base before it was a tourism location. I'll let you guys explore. I'll pull the trolley up to the exit portion, and you can see where everyone's on the road over there. That's where we'll hang out. Stuff is really solid. Other stuff is made out of styrofoam. So you'll see that with a lot of stuff we see on the tour. Lots of styrofoam. Very easy to build, very easy to move around and whatnot. World War II. But if you want to know more about World War II, of course, this is all the movies. This is all the TV shows. The production that has done the most filming on property by a big show. As far as movies, Jumanji is one of the ones that has the most total scenes on property.
Hawaii at its finest. Ini-enjoy ko itong views of the ocean, yung Kualoa Beach, at yung Road 83 during this amazing tour.
It's actually impressive stunt work in this case. So they had the donkey up there, and it was hooked up to a crane, and then there was a big crane. All right, let's see here. Right now, though, we're entering the beautiful northern valley of Kualoa Ranch, known as Ka'ava Valley. Hawaiian language, definitely heavy on the vowels. Hawaii's definitely not famous for, big game hunting, and so unlike native groups elsewhere in the world that would survive off of hunting primarily, the Hawaiians were more of a farmer-fisher lifestyle. Those are little baby banana trees. They're so cute. They'll get bigger. They'll look like this when they're fully grown. Of course, coconuts. And then this stuff is called taro. It's kind of like a potato. Like there's a big root underground, and they use that to make poi. So that's a World War II film. Welcome to China, because that's where this scene takes place. They had a small village, some little houses set up, and this is where an American pilot. If any of you guys have seen the movie Jumanji, you might remember where she goes in the or when they go in the shed to get the helicopter, and Ruby Roundhouse has to do the dance fighting thing. That was filmed further back in the valley. When they were done with it, we moved the set over here to life. So the movies are Journey to the Mysterious Island with Dwayne Johnson and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom with Chris Pratt. So you guys remember in that one from both sides of the vehicle up here. So let me get just past all these cars. That ruins the whole thing. And also some of the gyrosphere scenes where they're rolling around that glass ball thing by all the dinosaurs were filmed here. So when it comes to the Jurassic movies, the two that have done a lot of filming here are Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. The only other Jurassic movie that's filmed here is the best one in the whole franchise. It was him, maybe they go to Big Island. Speaking of other islands, welcome to Easter Island. Now this is not the one from Category 4 Hurricane on their last day of filming. So because of that, they decided to come here to Oahu at the very end of their production to make up for that one lost day on Kauai. If you need to stand up to grab a photo too, stand up and climb over your neighbors. You know. Also, after this movie came out, Japan would bully this movie like crazy. So this one came out in the 90s. Throughout the early 2000s, in Japan's Godzilla movies, they'd have a scene where this Godzilla shows up and someone's like, which one's Beefy? They didn't want him. Same thing with March of the Penguins. They didn't want him in that one either. So he just hangs out with us all day. This, of course, is that little goofy montage scene where she's driving home, almost runs over. How they're riding an elephant? That's a real elephant. They borrowed that from the Honolulu Zoo, along with a couple of zebras, as you know, treasure hunting in caves, booby traps. You know, now this movie, while being cute and fun, there's three major differences between Finding Ohana and the Goonies. Difference number one: if Goonies came out today, it'd be PG-13. That one's PG, you know, because all the jokes they sneak in. There's no scene in the actual movie with a giant anthill. There's a deleted scene. It's like a bonus feature thing on the DVD. If any of you guys remember what DVD is, you know, you put it in. Like I was saying about the Bishop Museum, though, it is a wonderful location to check out. And like an example too, it's really like it's a lot more like cost effective, cheaper than a lot of other things. So, of course, these guys are loading, like I said, double check you got everything. And I would like to say a big mahalo nui loa, which is Hawaiian for thank you very much. If it weren't for you guys coming out here right up the time.
Gutom na gutom ako. Now, ito'y time for lunch at the Ranch House Buffet. Yan was a great first tour. Nice to see yung mga filming locations na yun. At na-enjoyed ko yung moment. Next up ay Kualoa Grown Tour. Itong tour focuses on agriculture, sustainability efforts, at cultural history.
I will be your tour guide today. Brief summary of what we're going to be experiencing out here. I'll be taking you guys down into the southern valley of the ranch. Once we get there, we'll be checking out mostly the farming operations of Kualoa. Start with the one on the right. This is the education center. Basically, this is where all the children start their day, one-day field trip here. We've got a lot of kids that visit the ranch. School buses pull up, drop off the kids, and we divvy them up onto the tours inside. This is the Kinky Learning Center. This is literally the biggest upside if you're a parent. This is our daycare. Yeah. Drop our kids off in the morning, go to work, when we're done, we pick up one diet. Is anyone back there familiar with the camera? Yes. Everything on the plant is edible, and I'll explain more how it's prepared culturally. But if you ever drive through here at night, it's kind of creepy, but pretty cool right now. This is called a hale va'a. Va'a means canoe, hale, home or house. Directly translated, canoe house, aka the old school parking garage, if you will. Pairs very well with spicy food. Yeah. But up on top of this hill, we crop cycle. So every 8 to 9 months, it changes. We can jump from leafy greens, root vegetables, and even some exotic stuff. I mean, we just had our first jalapeno harvest last week. I didn't think we could grow those here. Location on the property. It doesn't look like it because at the end of the day, we're still a farm, so the ranch picks and chooses which sets to keep. We've had well over a couple hundred movies and shows filmed here, so if we kept every single movie set, we'd look like the Backlot of Universal Studios. So, they're on the road. Yeah, well, a lot of people get confused about that. Right down the road in front of us where all these trees are is where the rest of the village of Motuiui was constructed. Once they get to this size, they will continuously produce cacao pods for 12 to 15 years, which is the lifespan of the tree. We harvest them twice a year, and each harvest per tree we can gain about 50 to 60 pods per tree. Apple banana, has anyone ever heard of apple bananas? Oh, okay. Apple bananas are shorter, more plump, and 10 times sweeter than the average banana. So if you're trying to make banana bread, banana smoothies, banana splits, I've recommend to the right-hand side. Floating on the surface of the water, can you see those whitish black blob thingies? Those are oyster baskets. Each basket can house up to 150 oysters. We farm them from spat to marketable size. Normally, an average oyster can get from spat to adulthood within 10 to 12 months. Everything up into the actual making of the chocolate. We grow the trees, we harvest the pods. Once you break the pods open, it reveals the cacao beans on the inside. Very kind of weird. Something straight out of Alien vs. Predator. They're coated with a thick white pulp, and the membrane is actually kind of sweet. Most locals treat them like a Jolly Rancher. So you can pluck them, pop it in your mouth. This one's a bit dry.
Think you're wonderful. Nothing is plain to see. It feels so good to say I love you.
Ranch house, the one that you guys had your buffet in, is the same building where the farmer's market is at.
Hey, how about everybody? Yeah, I see that you guys have the wristbands. You guys have been here all day, huh? Yes. You guys tired? Okay. If you fall asleep, don't worry. The road will wake you back up. Okay? I'm a good driver, but the road sucks. Is another way of saying lizard. Li'i is actually small or tiny. One of the first cultural items that we're going to be talking about is actually our statue of our deities. So these ki'is are of Akua, and these are the four main ones. The first god right here, his name is Kualoa, and he's actually my favorite because we're about the same height. And he's the god of the ocean, exploration, and the deep blue sea. Number two in the lineup, this guy, he never skips leg day. His name is Lono. Lono is the god of agriculture, fertility, and peace. And he's also, he would be kind of like the ancestor of Maui, the demigod. Just FYI, you guys probably know that if you have little ones that force you to watch Moana. It's pretty important. If there's a story about Hawaii's version of the universe and the creation story, you know, and it mentions this valley, it's probably going to be super important in that regards. When we get up there, there'll be a beautiful view of the ocean. So just join us up here. My name is Ellie. For those that are on Tinio's truck, I'm Ellie. I'm the other tour guide. And then riding with me is Natalie. For those that are on my truck, by the way, that is Tinio. She's right over here. She's like Kia'i, the house of the guardian. Hala means house. Kia'i is guardian or protector. This location is called Pa'imina'awa, a place to receive knowledge or wisdom. If you wanted to come here to seek that, you would probably have to portray or bring some type of offering to the Kia'i. Speaking of, actually we didn't speak of weddings at all, but take a look, everybody. Whether you see your future here or whether you've actually had a future like they were in the past like this, we present to you the Poliku Wedding Garden. This tour is sponsored by the Wedding Garden. I'm just kidding.
Here we go. Pag hindi mo gustong bumpy rides, hindi mo to parang favorite part. Pero sa akin, they're pretty fun.
This stream right here. Okay, that big pocket of water right there, the water was flowing down so fast that it carved out that whole area and then took a turn to the right. didn't miss out a lot. I just
Itong pathway looks like it'll be even more fun. At itong view left me speechless.
the same strategy and made it seem like it was unfinished, so they needed to complete it. But in reality, they're saving money by not having to have it fully completed. So welcome everybody to Jurassic World. We don't babysit anymore, but I just want to say mahalo everybody. Thank you so much.
Salamat sa papanood sa aking day 3 vlog. Pag na-like mo itong video, please give it mo like at subscribe sa aking channel. So, hindi mo miss out ng aking Hawaii series vlogs. Also, huwag mo forget follow aking Instagram account too. Link ay nasa description. Mahalo everyone sa papanood at kita-kita sa day 4.